Would you like to become a social superhero? Would you like to improve your social skills? And would you like to feel confident when you meet new people and be able to connect with them on a deep and personal level? Well, if you do, then you're at the right place, because we're here tonight with Roderik Kelderman, the author of the Social Superhero, and we're going to be talking about your journey to becoming a social superstar.
Yeah.
Roderik, welcome.
Thanks for having me, Martin.
Yeah, thanks for having us as well in your home.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Before we start talking about the book and talking about your journey, please explain what does a social superhero actually mean?
A social superhero sort of means somebody who is aware of the effect of their communication on other people. That's in a nutshell what a social superhero is.
Okay, basically being somebody who is aware of what they say, how the other people are feeling in that moment.
Yeah.
And why would somebody like me, for example, want to become a social superhero?
Well, in my vision, communication in a relationship is only healthy when it leads to more freedom, leads to more love, or leads to more options. And the real trick in communication is to be able to demonstrate being yourself better.
Okay.
Whilst maintaining connection with people. And that's what the book is really about.
So basically, a social superhero is somebody who is aware of everything they're saying. How is that coming to across to the other person?
More or less, yeah.
How is the other person feeling?
Yeah.
And they could use this mastery of communication skills in order to make other people feel better, or having more success in life.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
For example, this book is inspired, to be honest, by somebody I met way back in the days. And it was in a period of my life where I wasn't feeling too well. I was 16 years old. I just had to move to Amsterdam because, I couldn't live at home anymore for whatever reason. Some people may learn more about that by reading this book or checking out my other content. But I was not in a good place in my life. And I met this one person who, in my opinion, is a social superhero. And he asked me, "How are you?" And I just said, "Good," right? And I said "good" in a very strong way to everybody. And even my family, even people close to me, they just were tricked by that. They were tricked by the fact that I just said that it was going good with me, but it wasn't going well with me at all. And this guy, he could hear by the tone of my voice that it wasn't going that well.
Okay.
And he kept asking. And that's the first time that I felt reconnected with myself. And he did that just by listening. And that's the thing, right? There's listening and there's real listening. And beneath that from him is an intention, a very positive intention towards me, which is beautiful. And I don't only think, but I really wish for people in life to meet those type of people. Right? I mean, I've been lucky with meeting some mentors that really helped me steps forward in my life. And I consider those people a social superhero. And so this book really aims to create more of those people. It's about giving, it's about being aware of what somebody else needs, and then also being able to give that without making it too obvious, without being their coach, without being their therapist, whatever. It makes you a better friend, man. It makes you a better person.
I understand. So, from what I understand, what you said so far, you used to be not the social superhero that you are right now.
No, not at all.
Because right now, from what I know about you...
I used to be a super anti-hero.
Okay. Because for people watching, you might not know about Roderik Kelderman, and you can check his website as well at roderikkelderman.com.
Yeah.
He gives a lot of workshops. I mean, he's busy most of the weekends teaching people live about NLP, about communication skills,
about positive psychology,
and how to become better people. So he stands in front of audience. I've seen you speaking in front of hundreds and thousands of people, and you're very confident on stage. You're really good at when we're talking here. You just did an intervention with me in a previous interview, and I was impressed of your skills and your understanding of psychology and practical psychology. Actually, something which I can use in my life today. In order to improve my life, right?
Yeah, that's nice to hear. That's really what I aim for, creating positive psychology that people can use.
And I could really see that. And I was wondering, like, if you were not born like that, and you didn't learn that in university, I mean, what was your journey? How did you transform to what you are today?
Yeah, well, to be honest, it sort of like happened in my life. When I was really young, it was my dream to become a professional basketball player, and I was good at that. I was practicing it 7 days a week. You know, as much hours I could find in a day, I was playing basketball.
Yeah, you're very tall as well.
Well, yeah, I'm 6'8", so you know, I mean, and it was quick because when I was really little, I used to play karate all the time, and that sort of like makes your motors work better. But then I had some family troubles and I had to move to Amsterdam, and all of a sudden I felt very lonely because I was living alone and I was disconnected from my past, so to say. And I just focused on basketball. But you know, the inevitable happened. I got an injury, and the doctor told me, "You cannot play anymore. It's over, man." And then I felt in a really lonely, dark place. And really, man, I was thinking about ending it, to be honest. And that could have been one of the choices. But yeah, then I actually met that guy that I just talked to you about earlier, who sort of saw through me in a very positive way. And then he introduced me to psychology, to NLP. And that sort of like really changed my life, man. It sort of like reconnected me with a totally different part of me, a way more happier person, like the person that I actually am. You know, and I think in any time of problems, I realized, I learned that we're way more than that problem. We're just way more than that little fucking problem. But I was so focused on that one little problem that I needed NLP and psychology to sort of like become a better version of myself. And once that started, I sort of like used that just to study, and I went to art academy and I had lots of fun. And then later on in life, I realized like, oh man, a lot of people have these type of problems. And then I started to share some of my knowledge, and that shifted into studying psychology, writing a crazy book, writing more books, you know. And now I'm all of a sudden I'm on stage helping people. I give training 51 weekends a year. I'm pretty much doing it all the time, you know. Yeah, so
amazing journey.
Yeah,
amazing. And the crazy part is, I also, like when I was in university and I was struggling with social anxiety.
Yeah.
And I was walking around, I didn't even know that what was my problem. I didn't want to share it with anybody. And I met again somebody just like you met when you were younger. Somebody who could look through me. He took me for lunch, and he would basically just ask me questions and telling me his story, how he transformed. And I'll never forget, I don't remember his name.
Wow.
But this person, just one meeting, 1 hour, basically changed my life. He gave me the hope.
Right. That is so beautiful, man.
Yeah,
that is so beautiful.
And then you start your journey, and then you find different answers and different ways to.
And you see more possibilities.
Yes.
In that sense, maybe you can describe the social superhero as somebody who can evoke more options in other people. Yeah. Who can, you know, make them aware of other options that they have in their life that they didn't see previously.
Exactly. And this is really my motivation as well, to be this person like this guy was for me. Yeah. And to show other people the only thing that it is possible. Yeah. Because most people who maybe are struggling with shyness, or they're not confident, or maybe they're sitting at home alone, depressed, and all these problems, and you might be sitting there and you might think like, I cannot change, you know, I'm just like that, and there is no hope, and I'm always going to be socially anxious, and I've tried everything, and nothing works, and stuff like that. How would you address somebody who is in that mindset? He is watching and he's like, cool, good for you guys, but it's me, I cannot change.
Yeah, wow. What you need to do is you need to make a decision that you want to change. That's the most important thing. You need to stop being a victim and start taking back control of your life. And yes, taking back control of your life is a big chunk, so you start with small chunks. And one of these decisions that you can make is pick up a self-help book or a Social Superhero and start reading it. And get in touch with people who can help you. Because Martin certainly can help you, I can help you, and so there's hundreds of other people, probably maybe closer in your area, that can help you. Right. You know, you don't have to do this alone, you just have to do it yourself, if that makes sense.
All right, so this person now feels a little bit more motivated.
I hope so.
They just feel so pumped up from this conversation. And I think that there's 7 steps for people in order to influence other people and improve their life. Can you tell us a little bit about those 7 steps? What are those 7 steps?
I think
the most important 3 ones.
Yes. I will tell you about the most fun step. The most fun step is giving more, socially giving more. And there's certain exercises in that. For example, one exercise is the social act of kindness. And that's where you go out and you start making people happy with really small gestures. For example, it was Easter not long ago, and I was getting a breakfast for my girlfriend actually. And I was walking towards the bakery, and on my way I saw this homeless guy sleeping. He was he was happily sleeping like a baby, you know, like somewhere around the corner. And I figured, you know, why not make this guy happy? So I got 2 breakfasts, and I got some cutlery because I was walking past some sort of store that sold it. And I made like a really, really beautiful meal, and I put it next to him while he was still sleeping. And I just continued my way back home and made a breakfast for my girlfriend, and we ate it together. That's a social act of kindness.
Why would you do that? I mean,
why would I do that? Because here's the thing: if you do that, it makes you happier. So I do it for myself, really. I mean, by the end of the day. But the cool thing about it is there's 2 people happier. You know. So
interesting, because my thought process would be like, yes, I understand where you're coming from, Roderick. You're a happy guy. You have your business. You're successful. You have a beautiful girlfriend, a lot of friends. So you feel so much happiness that you want to bring to other people.
Exactly.
But for a person, for example, who feels, you know, a little bit more lonely or not so confident, stuff like that, I think, how can I improve? Let me first improve myself and then give to other person. How is that working for them?
The best thing is if you don't feel well, or if you don't, you know, feel very powerful or happy in that sense, the best thing is to give to others. And it can be very simple. You can give people a compliment, you know, because what it will do is it will get you out of your head and focus on somebody else. So that relieves that attachment to your own suffering, right? And so if you can let go of that attachment to your suffering and focus on another person for just a bit, it makes you feel better as well. And it may even give space for that suffering to find another option.
Interesting, because I'm doing that almost subconsciously, but I remember now that you're mentioning that back in the years when I was looking at all this like pick-up advice and how to improve with women, and they were telling us like basically you need to become the source of happiness, or you know, for other people. And I started doing it back then as a technique.
Exactly.
But
that's a problem.
Yeah, that was a problem. But now it's become part of me. So when I go to the shop, for example, I just want to make the shop assistant happy. Or start a small conversation. Right? Or like I meet somebody at the train station. And it's like I'm doing it unconsciously, and I can definitely feel when I make other people happy.
Makes you happier.
I feel happier.
Easy, right? Easy enough.
Yeah.
You know, and I've had this client the other day. He was like depressed on his work. You know how it goes. You know, he was sent by his boss because you know, he was probably looking like he was about to get a burnout or something. And I gave him the same advice. Start giving something nice anonymously. And then what was fascinating is he couldn't even think of an option, right? That's how far away he was from giving anything to anyone, because he'd been suffering in himself for so long. And then we came up with this plan. I asked him, is there one person at your office that you've never met, but you know that's there? And he said, yes, the cleaning guy. And I said, how can you find out what this cleaning guy likes? And then he came back a week later in my practice, and he said, well, this guy is a fan of Ajax. That's an Amsterdam soccer team, if you want to know. He's a fan of Ajax. And I told him, well, then what you need to do is you need to buy 2 tickets for Ajax. And you put it on a trash bin. And then you just leave with a note for the, you know, for the janitor. And that made him feel so good. Just doing that. You know, the tickets were gone the next morning, and he could probably only imagine that.
Happiness he created.
And then a week later, this janitor guy comes back. He's very happy, telling everybody that he just found his tickets, and he couldn't believe, you know, Santa Claus got that early, and that kind of stuff. So, and it made him feel so much more connected to his work, which was the cause of depression for him in the first place. He didn't feel connected there. So, you know. It really helps, those kind of stuff.
Amazing, because also probably how that helps is because even if you think you don't have nothing to give, and then you give, and then if you give happiness to other person, oh my God, I create happiness for this person, so probably I'm also happy.
Exactly, and I think we always have something to give. As long as we're alive, we have something to give.
Okay. Beautiful. Great. So guys, if you're watching this video and you're thinking, oh my God, how can I get out of what I am right now? Go and give something to somebody. maybe this person cannot give you anything back. I guess, the janitor cannot do much for that person.
No, because he gave it anonymously, so it's impossible.
Exactly.
And that's the whole point,
Exactly, beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, and if you can give one more tip
yes.
from the Social Superhero, what would that be? What is the most important other tip that you think you can give to people?
The currency of relationships, of social value, is your attention. The more attention you give to a person, the better you make that other person feel. So the tip is, remove your phone from conversations. There's even scientific research that even if you have your phone on the table, whether it's off or not, it decreases the perceived value of the quality of that conversation. Just remove your phone out of the equation, be with someone, and that's it. Decide for yourself whether that's going to be 30 minutes, an hour, 3 hours, whatever, but when you're with somebody, have your full attention to the other person, and that's really going to do magic in your life. Yeah. So that's the tip.
That's a great tip, and now I understand why when I'm with my girlfriend, we don't spend so much time together, but when I'm with her, I just try to just be with her and forget everything else.
Yeah, that's it, man. That's it.
And that's why every time we're together, everything seems perfect because we're completely giving attention to each other.
Yeah. And that's such a beautiful gift to give to each other. Then it's almost like you're celebrating every moment you have together, and that's the whole point of a relationship.
Huh.
Beautiful.
Interesting. Well, I'm going to try to do that more often. I'm not sure how I'm going to achieve that in this super interconnected world.
Yeah.
Go out without my telephone or keep the telephone in the pocket or switch it off.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Great. And for you guys, Roderik has so many more tips. I think you should definitely check his website, roderikkelderman.com. You can go there and actually download the 3 chapters from his book in English, The Social Superhero, and you can already start today to learn more about how to become a social superhero. You can also follow him on Facebook, you can check him on Instagram, and you can check his another website and YouTube channel with a lot of interesting happy psychology tips.
It's the Ask Happy Show.
The Ask Happy Show.
Yeah.
For me, it was a pleasure to make this happy show tonight with you here.
Yes.
Thank you, Roderik.
Thanks.
And until next one.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
This is where you ask questions and I answer them. Welcome to the Ask Happy Show.
Want als je aan een doel denkt en je voelt er angst bij, dan zegt jouw systeem, daar gaan we dus weg van. En dat moet je dus niet hebben. En om de juiste stappen te zetten, heb je het nodig om af en toe wat obstakels of wat angsten te overwinnen. Om ook werkelijk ergens naartoe te kunnen bewegen wat voor jou goed voelt, wat in één lijn is met je onbewustzijn. Bang voor slangen en wil van zijn slangenangst af. Slang heet Jane. Mag ze iets dichterbij komen? Zij zegt, mijn hartslag gaat omhoog. Hebben wij controle over onze hartslag? Nee. Dat is echt een onbewust proces. En wat we dus zometeen gaan doen is een onbewuste verandering, waardoor zelfs de hartslag omlaag gaat zometeen.
Ja, ik wist wel dat ik een beslissing moest nemen van oké, ik moet nu iets eraan doen en dat kan alleen als ik ervoor ga. Als ik ga twijfelen, dan gaat het alsnog zo en dan ga ik zo dood uiteindelijk met de angst. En dat wil ik niet.
Dat voelt goed. Oké. Mag ik Nico vragen om wat dichterbij te komen met de slang? Ja, blijf even.
Ik heb een gevoel van alsof ik iets groots heb overwonnen. En dat ik tenminste iets aan kan wat ik dacht dat ik niet aan kon. En dat het kan continueren in de toekomst.